Hello, everyone. Um, yeah, if you clicked on this afterwards, I really appreciate it. You're watching the replay. Thank you so much. Shit. I always forget to turn down the phone. Anyway, he leave? That plugged in worldwide was in here with me. He shot a few flares at me and then left, I guess. So, alright. Let me get my iPod. I gotta do everything. That wound, I woke up at 9. So I woke up a little late. I was hoping to wake up earlier, but I set an alarm for 9. That was like the so I didn't have a chance to do anything today. Hey Billy, it's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. We're only what a couple days now from 4th of July, so my wine. So, but yeah, I'll be streaming today. Hey, Spawn, it's good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. Um, obviously not to replace Edzer, but he just can't stream today. But I figured, I'll do, a little bit. I'll do a decent stream today just to kind of fill the void. But yeah, it's nothing can really replace his. Oh, thank you, Spawn. I appreciate that. Nothing can replace Edzer streams. But hopefully next week he'll be back tomorrow, right? So no. That would definitely mess with other people's streams and stuff. So yeah, no 24 hours. Plus, I don't think I could handle it physically. It's really taxing. Just ask Toya. She's fucking. I think she's still recovering from that shit. Ezra because it's not work. No. He had to. Usually he gets Fridays off, right? So he has Thursday night. He can stay up as late as he needs to. Because yeah, it's a 5-hour difference. He's 5 hours ahead of Eastern Standard Time. So hey, Master, it's good to see you, man. I hope you're doing well. So he's 5 hours ahead. So yeah, when we're playing and stuff, and it's like 11 o'clock or whatever. Oh shit, I fucked up. Um, he's ahead. Like right now, it's 1 o'clock. So it is what 6 o'clock for him. So yeah. Um, so yeah, he has to work this Friday. So he doesn't have Thursday to stream today to stream. So yeah, this is not a normal thing. I'm not going to be streaming Thursdays, unless something comes up like now, yeah. But yeah, I figured I'd just do a little stream. Ooh, that lagged out. What the fuck? Is the stream still up? Today is a hot day where I live, Canada. Hopefully we don't get shit, I'll have to wait to read that. Sorry. Oh, you're in Canada? Sorry, happy belated Canada Day. I think it was yesterday, right? Yeah. Sometimes I wish I lived in Canada. It would be nice to have medical, have health care. Get, as a kind of as a right. Child, flames grow high. Fuck. Oh, that was close. This one's yeah. It's hard, but once you get it down, you can get. And they give you a little bit of time at the end here. Like it's not too bad. Let's see. No, don't fucking do that shit. Stuff like that, just fuck. I don't know, I might be able to get it. You don't have to go over all the way on that one, just go do that. Good. Today is a hot day where I live in Canada, hopefully we don't get wildfire. Oh yeah, hopefully not. Damn. No, they're not. They're very dangerous. And they spread very quickly. Good thing about Canada, the government pays for your glasses. Yeah. Healthcare, yeah, Here in the United States, we just haven't you know, I really don't want to. I got into it yesterday with the politics. I really don't want to get into it today. But yeah, you know, here in America, if you try to give people health care, they say it's socialism, whatever, you know. But yeah, it's very difficult if you don't have health insurance. But luckily, you still have some people out there that are really good, like my surgeon, everybody at the hospital that helped me, even you know, they were awesome. I couldn't have asked for better care, honestly. But you know, unfortunately, I'm uninsured, so I you know basically had to rely on the charity of others. But anyway, yeah, I gotta do the. Let me get the. Let me get something so I can get the map up and start collecting. I also need to do the daily challenges because I looked at them and it's like, goddamn, it's the king of the hill. I gotta export vehicle cargo or source vehicle cargo, which that's fine. But then I gotta hire somebody to do my motorcycle club, which that's not bad either. Like, yeah, I'll just go into public and hire someone. Oh, I should have fucking when that dude was in here, I should have done that. The guy that I friended yesterday. Oh well, maybe next time. Ever make sure you sell your bar? Yeah, yeah, over 2 million boosted. Oh, nice. Yeah. Oh, I hit the wrong. Um, what is it? It's GTA uh, GTA Web.eu or something like that. .eu. Oh, fuck off. I'm just gonna look up GTA map. It'll probably come up. Yeah, thank you. God damn it. Map Genie. I'm not using that one. Fuck off. I'm using. There it is. I didn't know there's a Map Genie for. No, I didn't know that. Me online. Why is this taking so long to load? You know what? Fuck it. I'll keep the stream up on this so I can read the chat. Yeah, with the thumbnail, I was gonna do one that was a little bit more, you know, I don't know, a little vulgar, but so I decided to do one that was just more upbeat, not so. I thought, what's more upbeat than Star Trek? It's always full of hope. I had a weird song too. Oh, that's not bad. The hidden caches, a lot of them are along the coast. That's great. Really. So that'll be easy to get. There's really like nothing over here. Holy shit. Is it mostly up? No, it just feels, it looks very sparse today. There's something over here. I'll get the weed over here. Oh, it's over here. And at the court center. But yeah, I hope everybody's doing well. Having a good Thursday. Like I said, here in the States, we're 2 days away from 4th of July, which, you know, make sure you grill out, have those burgers, hot dogs, all sorts of American shit. Should I be all patriotic and go get a thingy? Happy fun day. Oh, hey, Chris. Everyone, I'm going to Orlando with my cousin. Nice. I got my PS5. Okay. Well, don't spend too much time. Like, enjoy yourself, man. Oh, nice, fun. Um, yeah, American shit. Yeah. I don't, you know, I don't know. I wish I did. We were planning a trip one time. The family got banned again. Damn, Batman, what are you doing? Hey, it's good to see you, though. I'm sorry to hear you got banned. But I mean, I'm patriotic. I do love this country. Okay, it's not. I'm not. You know, I'm not like that. I do. I love the ideals of it. I love the Constitution. Yeah, but at the same time, I'm not one of these that gets all draped up in the flag. And, you know, I think George Carlin said it best. Those are all symbols, and I leave that to the symbol-minded because, yeah, the flag is great. It's you know, but I don't, you know, I don't have to show it. It's like I don't need to perform to, you know. Hey, Ghost Pet Shop. Thank you so much. I appreciate the like. It's good to see you too. I hope you're having a good day. Yeah, it was. Um, yeah, it was your cat, right? The Sassy. I hope they're doing much better. You know. Yeah, your post. I saw your post. So yeah, I love the USA flag. Well, that's good. Hey, Swaggy. It's good to see you. I'm just putting out my opinion. You know, look, my opinion is my opinion, and it ain't worth shit. You know. It is what it is. So don't think that, you know, it's like, oh, well, I love the flag. It's like, well, if you do, good. Wait, you're in Belfast, aren't you, Batman? I mean, yeah, I can understand that. Yeah, Ghost Pet Shop. Well, yeah, it's good to see you. I hope everything's going good. We're gonna get. Oh, I gotta check what animals I gotta get. I've been getting some interesting ones lately. Deer, mountain lion, seagull. Yeah, I'm in Belfast. Okay. Yeah. How's everyone doing this fine Thursday? Yeah, I'm doing well. I hope everybody's uh, yeah, having a good day and everything's going good. I know it's can be rough sometimes, but we're gonna have some fun playing this game. Uh, what did you exactly get banned for, Batman? If you wanted to, if you don't, that's fine. I understand. Chilling today, good. Oh, hey, are you off? Damn, I forgot about spray paint. Yeah, I gotta do them. I do all the daily collectibles, so it's like I just gotta. Oh, it's so crazy though. It really is. Some days I'm like I'm certifiable doing this shit, but you know, and actually some days it's like the most enjoyable part of my day is just going around getting this shit. That's a crow. Speaking my mind with people. All right, yeah. Just be careful with that. You don't want to get perma banned, you know. So just be careful with that. I understand that you know sometimes you feel the need to. Yeah, just be careful, man. I tend to not even have that an option because I'll say shit too. Hey, I try not to get too toxic. I don't say like, oh hey, yeah, just stay, still be here. Just oh yeah, he will start there. Yeah, no problem. You're welcome. I just don't want to see you like, yeah, have to create a new account and all that shit because you know, I know it's not. It's crazy how you can get in trouble over some really just ridiculous stuff. Or just calling somebody a name or something, I don't know. Yeah. Thank you, Ghost Pet Shop. Like it. Thank you so much. It's hard not to, yeah, I know. I keep telling myself like I'm not gonna message people, and then you'll see on stream like I fight with people and I start messaging them like, oh you're fucking new. Well I don't say fucking. You can't do that. Well if you get creative you can. But I'll just be like, oh such a noob. You know. Yeah. so scared. I try to keep it to just trash talk, but sometimes, sometimes I get calling names and shit. So, but I guess noob does count as trash talk because you're saying that they suck at the game. So I don't know. Who's on? Somebody on? I'm a noob. Yeah, me too. Uh, I feel like it a lot. I felt like it last night. I was getting my ass kicked by a lot of fucking nerds. But there's no, when you run across people like that, there's nothing you can do. Hey, Billy, are you available? Or are you busy? I see Hot Steppers on, but I don't know. Sometimes he's doing stuff. So yeah, just let me know. I need to do a King of the Hill. I need to hire a somebody up to my motorcycle club. So yeah, if you have a minute, whenever you're available, don't worry if you're not right now. Just at some point. At some point, sending up a C. Okay, yeah, no problem. Just let me know when you're available. It'll take like 2 minutes. Not well. It's actually longer if you're just. Oh, geez, gosh, it's actually longer starting it than it is actually because you can either just leave or I think die, and or I die and it counts. It's like so stupid. I got the music playing. If that's the thing that's fucking up my stream, then I don't know. But hopefully the internet behaves today, or YouTube, or who knows. But no, yeah, I do appreciate everybody kind of like hopping streams when I started a new one. I know it's a pain in the ass, but I do appreciate that. But, okay, I got just to say. Was there anything here though? No. All right. We'll go to the sign, or behind the sign. Yeah, over here. Yeah, once you get used to like just the rhythm of doing these, it doesn't take too long. It takes a couple hours. Let's start. After this jump, I'll call in the Mark 1, make it a little bit more interesting. The Mark 2 is too easy. I went back to the thermal scope because, oh my god, that stupid fucking quad lens helmet was giving me such a pain in the. I say this every time, like I'm not going back to the quad lens helmet, but it's like, I like the scope. I wish the thermal had the same scope as the zoom or zoom in scope or whatever it's called. I don't know. Oh, thank you, Ghost Punch Shot. Appreciate that. You need the daily free. Yeah, yeah. No, I am. I do the dailies, and it's like that's kind of my thing. Oh, that and the teal hair. That's just something I can't. It was like the one color I really liked on her. I was like, that does look pretty cool. And so that's just, and also because of the junk energy, the skydives and stuff. I chose that color because I wanted it to match like the parachute and stuff. So that's how I came about it. I was like, oh, okay, well, I'll do that. Because I did try other color, pink. I like, nah, purple. I'm like, nah. This is the only one that I really liked, and stayed with. So. But yeah. I got a couple of things. The teal hair, the dailies I do every day, and the Mark 1 I don't really, because I'm all right with it like for grinding. But last night, if you watched it, yeah, oh thank you, it's fine. Last night, if you were watching, you saw that I'm not that good with combat with the Mark 1. Not like Joker. Joker's pretty. He's awesome with it. It's fun to watch him too when he's like getting people on the ground. So.
I'm on the clock. What you want? Some wheels?
It's in the arena war, I think. Or, yeah, arena shop. Destroyed.
Okay, I
Fuck
got
off.
stuff to do.
Yeah. I wonder who destroyed. Because it was just somebody was actually using it. Because I have, you know, my shit that everybody can use whatever.
You
Somebody
through to
was
your
using it.
garage. You
They must
need
have
me to bring you
destroyed
a
it.
ride?
Bastard. That bastard.
I'll get there as
I
soon as I
like this
can.
color. This is the crew color for Arena's crew. I'm on the clock. I'm on the clock. What you want? Hey, Powerline. It's good to see you, man. I hope you're doing well. Or Bandit. I know Edzer calls you Bandit. I'll call you Bandit today since we're kind of, we'll say this stream is in honor of Edzer because, yeah, he can't stream today, so I figured I'd fill the void. Thank God Panther's not here. He would have loved that one. Who? The only thing, if you ever want to use the Mark 1, just get used to crashing, because, yeah, you're going to crash into shit. Even people that are really good with it, like Joker, you see, when he's streaming, he crashes into stuff, too. You know, it's the way it is with this. So if you like armor, if you use armor and stuff like I do, just be prepared to buy a lot of armor, you know. Just don't fall in the fucking pool. Don't fall in the pool, don't fall in the pool, don't fall in the pool. And down we go. There we go. It's right here. Oh, don't run, buddy. I ain't gonna do nothing here. So, yeah, I use it more for grinding, you know, like just... And so I've got, you know, I think he's pretty good, too, at getting into tight spaces. Thank God Panther's not here. But... And so I do that, too, with the... I've learned how to land it. Or try to land. Sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes I still get popped off of it. But, you know. Alright, let's go get this over here. I wonder where the bike is. Oh, the bike's got to be over here, right? Yeah. Okay, we'll do that one then. Yeah, I love the Mark 1. It's so much fun. Makes the game so much more interesting. And yeah, that's because I watched him. I watched Joker, and I was like, oh, ooh, RP. Hello. I don't know. I'm not gonna do the semi vehicle. It's too late today. Although I am doing my challenges today, right now. It takes forever for this thing to... They really should have sped this up because, you know, I'm sure most players are like, they don't even want to bother with it. And some days I don't, you know. But it is 2000 RP. I'll tell you, when I was on PS4, after, I think it was I can't remember exactly what DLC, but these plane things, the RP was crazy. Like, it would level me up most times. Like, really, it was, I couldn't believe it, but... And then they fixed it. I don't need a coyote. Do I need... No, deer mountain lion. Up and down. You're a dull bastard to touch the ground. Oh. Face over the blood. Is it gonna work? Yeah, it's working. Okay, good. Sometimes I'll use the rebreather and go down and it doesn't work. I'll still have to surface for air. Ooh, I got it first swipe through. Nice. I'm not... No. There we go. Still. How no? Here I go. Gotta keep moving. Gotta go. Deer? Okay, here. I'll get the deer right now. This is where I get the deer from usually. Hopefully Anawak's working. He seems to be a little bit more reliable the past few days. No, that one's still active. Alright, good. Is this gonna be targeting mode? Okay, cool. I tried free aim last night. Oh man, I don't know. It seems like free aim, it's not really about shooting because what they were doing was just fucking hitting me with RPG. Like people just went to explosives since they can't lock onto you. It's like, okay, well, what's the sense of free aim if you're just gonna use fuck? Oh man, I'm behind the post. God damn it. There we go. That was dumb. There we go. So that's how I get my deer. They don't run away. It's you don't have to chase them and all that shit. It's just. Well, they run away now, but taking the picture, just sneak up and they get them. Alright, let's go get the bike. I'm trying to see if I can't find a little mountain lion up here. It is a mountain. There you are. Come here, kitty. There we go. Thank you. I know that thing would fucking maul me if I wasn't on the oppressor. Little bastards. Was that... We're not getting free tire smoke? I think so. We should be, right? For the 4th of July? I'd have to check. Oh, hey, Billy, you're in here. Nice. Yeah, if you use the Mark 1, you just gotta kind of like. A lot of times it takes a while to land over here, but kind of enjoy it. So much more elegant in my eyes. I always use the if you're familiar with Star Wars, you have Obi-Wan who's like talks about the lightsabers as being a more elegant weapon than the blasters. Like even in Revenge of the Sith, after here, I'm gonna spoil it. He kills General Grievous with a blaster, and he throws it down, and he's like, oh, so uncivilized. I think that every time I use the Mark II, and I get off, like, so uncivilized. Cause yeah, I like the elegance of the oppressor, the Mark 1. There's a beauty to the motion of it. So, oh, what the fuck was that? Was that a rabbit down here? Huh. No, Billy's just happy I'm talking about Star. Oh, damn. Look, I got a fucking thumbnail with all the captains, well, most of the captains of the Star Trek. And I'm talking about Star Wars. I think it's twice I talked about Star Wars, right? No, I talked about Star Wars yesterday. But yeah, no, yeah, it's Captain Kirk, Captain Picard, Captain Sisko, and Captain Janeway, and then you have Captain Archer. Unfortunately, I had to put my character on there somewhere, so I had to cover up Deep Space Nine. I think Enterprise D. I made sure not to cover up Voyager and yeah, Voyager. Although I have to say, my favorite ship is the Constitution class, Enterprise, from Wrath of Khan. Well, yeah, Wrath of Khan and Motion Pictures. So yeah. So oh. All right. So that's done. They always put me on the roof. Just let me. Oh, hey. You know what? Here. Retire. Hey, Dustman. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well this Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. I don't usually stream Thursday, so I gotta get used to saying that. Okay. There we go. Let me see. Ah, thank you. Alright. Oh, shit. Yeah, I hope you're doing well, Dustman. Good. Doing good. That's good to hear, man. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. Hey, Saucy. Thank you both for asking. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. I hope you're doing well, Saucy and Dustman. Well, no, Dustman said he's doing good, which I'm glad to hear. Very glad. Alright, here. Disband so you don't have to worry about. Oh, if you ever have to leave a motorcycle club, but you don't, and then you don't want the, oh, I'm gonna put that in a thumbnail at some point. Pills, cigarettes. Ooh, painkiller. Awesome. There you go. Yeah, if you ever get marked for death, just go into an RC car. It voids it. Yeah, you get off, do this. One of these. Hey, Bill. Yeah, just let me know if you're ready to do. Because I'm kind of at a stopping point. Yeah, just let me know. Where am I? I'm going into the city. Hey, Monet. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. Thank you. I went to the wound place today. Everything's looking good. Really good. Not much pain anymore either, which is excellent, you know? That's what we're working for, you know? So yeah, no, things are looking up, and I'm really happy about it, you know? Really happy. Yeah, very little pain. Very, very little. Which is, you know, I'm so happy about, because it's like, ooh, past couple months have been so painful. It's like, it's nice to get away from that. Sometimes if it hits that little crane thing, if the thing hit the hook, you can fail. It will disengage the parachute. So yeah, just be careful of that. And for whatever reason, the NPCs always get pissed or get scared when you're parachuting. I don't know why. No. It's funny. Do you ever have this where like you're with someone and they like a certain artist, like their artist, performer or whatever, and they like them so much, but then if you break up, and it's like, and then you hear that person, you're like, oh fuck that. It happens with shows too. Hey, Hot Pepper, it's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Oh, thank you for that. I appreciate the link or yeah, you know, the message there. Thank you. Get off. Simeon. Where's the other? Oh, yeah, it's over there. Oh. No, yeah, my ex, she really loved this one. We actually went and saw him in concert. And we were up on the rooftop because there was a place before the concert where you could go get drinks and stuff on the rooftop. This was in Athens, Georgia. Great town. You got the University of Georgia. I remember I was at EVOC. We were the emergency vehicle operations course, and there were some people that are in there from Athens PD, and yeah, they were talking about how you see like REM, you know, Michael Stipe and some of the other, yeah, they would see them in Athens, because that's where they're from. Which I wouldn't mind, you know. But anyway, we were up at the rooftop. We were getting drinks and stuff, and the dude came up there. He was like right there, and I was like, "Why don't you go meet him? Just say hello, you know?" She's like, "No, I couldn't." You know, so she never did. But yeah, I was like, "You just go say hi. Say, oh hey, I really, you know, you're, you know, say something cool like, your music has enhanced my life throughout the years." You know, something smooth like that, you know. I was talking about it earlier with my dad that, you know, yeah, it's weird that, you know, sometimes songs can bring you back. Like you hear a song and you remember when you first heard it, or a certain thing was happening in your life, and you're like, wow, yeah. It's like it becomes the soundtrack of your life. And, oh, I shouldn't have boosted. It's right here. It's a little close. Yeah, I hope everybody's doing well. Okay. All right. Oh, I didn't put a thing on Instagram. Maybe I should do that. I don't even know. I don't think it reaches that many people, but you know, no, I just I want. Sometimes I feel bad. I don't want to like clutter up other people's Instagram feeds, you know. And they get annoyed and they're like, oh, fuck this guy, you know. So I'll do it once in a while, especially since today's like a weird stream for me. Like it's not my usual. I'm just gonna leave it. I don't want to. Although I do like you can put music to it, so I'm like, ooh, oh, yeah. It's fun picking out the song you want to put on, you know. So I'm just mostly probably 9 Inch Nails. They have good like ambience music that you could put on, not too crazy. Some of them are crazy songs, but yeah. I'm gonna get this tag at the airport after this, and then I'm gonna start that up, Billy, if it's all right. To see if you join it, you join it. If not, I'll find like someone else to. I can get someone else. I gotta check and see if it's export vehicle cargo or source. Oh, we got a new weekly too, don't we? Damn. What's a weekly? Oh, show it. Complete 3 bunker research. Oh yeah, that's right. Oh yeah. Yay. What we do? Oh, I'm gonna start up a King of Hill. Um, if you just join it, and I'll try Ewoing and see if that that counts. It should count, but it'll end it because I think King of the Hill is sudden death where you only get 1 life. I think. We'll see. I'll put it for the least amount of time just in case. But just go. We're not gonna kill each other. Just go in. Go in and capture the area so you can get a win. You know, you get the win. Or capture all 3 areas. We'll actually do it for right over here. There's one that I'm thinking of. Ooh, I'm ranked 55 in Arena's crew. Nice. Alright, here, I'll start it. Jobs. Play job. You go to Rockstar Creative, it should be King in the Hill. Yeah. Legion Square. Legion Square is the easiest. They got 3 areas. So Billy, just go and capture the 3 areas. Yeah, we don't need 5 minutes. No. I'll do 60. Because, yeah, I don't. Sometimes I go and get randoms and try to get it done, but yeah, I just don't really. I don't want to mess with that right now. So yeah, you only need 2 people for it, so it's not hard to, you know. Salute, salute. Yeah, this is a good spawn for like somebody. If you have a lot of a team and you can just sit here and pick people off. Occasionally get like an RPG coming at you. I've done it before. You get a little thruster if you need to get down. It's good though. I mean, these could be fun if you can find people. That's the only thing. Yeah. Yeah, I forgot. It really can't. If I Evo, it doesn't matter. You'll. I'll just spawn back in. That's right. But so it's all about points and you capturing. Yeah, thank you, Billy, for doing it. I appreciate you joining up. What is that over there? Oregon farm now on wheat. What the fuck? That's a heart. Oh my god. I don't want to. Oh yeah, GG. Thank you, Billy. Appreciate that. It's yeah, get that done. Oregon farm. Fucking rocks. There's some crazy bastards. Like, get that 50 RP, 500. But yeah, appreciate that. Alright, here, I'll go back into a friend session, so if people want to join. No, 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 I'm doing the friend session. There we go. Hello, Toya. Hope you're doing well, feeling better. It's good to see you. I am, yeah, doing. I didn't know if you had anything planned for today because, you know, but if you do, just let me know. I can, This was kind of unplanned. I thought about it last night. I was like, when I was ending, I was like, yeah, maybe I will. I'll do a little stream. You know, this is not going to be a permanent thing. This is just, oh no, man, that hit is there. This Madrazo hit. God damn, it's such a pain in the ass. Because the cops just keep like lighting you up. Oh my god. Alright. Now, you guys are going to see me really get frustrated here. If it's the one where she's down in the tunnel, not a big deal because you can take the picture. What's a pain in the ass is when you're trying to take the fucking picture, cops are shooting you, so your phone closes. It's oh my god, it's so annoying. Thought about streaming, but I'm cool shit. Yeah, well, if you want to at a certain point, just let me know, because I'm not really, it's I could go either way. I mean, I enjoy streaming and I enjoy you guys, but. Yeah, if other people were planning on it today, I don't want to overlap or, do anything like that. Yeah, I was just thinking because the nurse who does the wound care was like, "Oh, what are you doing for the 4th?" I'm like, "Oh," because I completely forgot like today's the 2nd, so it's like a couple of days from the 4th. I don't know, probably nothing really. A sniper, god damn it. Oh, that's okay. Oh, that's not good. Misinput, misinput. I'm like, oh yeah, no, I understand, but yeah. Alright, for this one, I tried to use the marksman. Fuck off. Really? I can't. God damn. No, get. See? Fuck off. What? Fuck off. Trying to use this pillar as a fucking. There we go. Fuck off. You too. Your mom. Oh shit. Alright, so I got the thing, yeah, I got the tag. And then I got that thing done too. Good. Whatever. Oh, I hate that. I hate that when it's at the airport. That's pretty much it for the city. Well, I'm gonna do the hidden caches at the up the shoreline. Up the shoreline. Sounds weird. Oh, if you've ever noticed, you know how you regen health on your favorite bike? Well, I don't know why, but for some reason, whatever bike you use the most at first, it locks in. That's it. You'll never get another bike because obviously I've used the Mark 1 a hell of a lot more than the Mark 2. But I used the Mark 2 first. So um, so it locked it in. So now I have to use the Mark 2 if I want to regen health, and it doesn't on the Mark 1, which pisses me off. It's so annoying because I was waiting for the day that like, oh, when am I going to get the regen health on the Mark 1? And it's never going to come because yeah, it's already locked into the Mark 2. So stupid, isn't it? Like, come on, man. Um, yeah, I had the 11 o'clock appointment with the wound care, and I had a hard time falling asleep last night, so I set an alarm for 9 just in case, which is good because I did need it. Um, then uh, yeah. So I had like no, because I had to get ready like almost immediately, because we leave here like 10:20. It takes about 20-30 minutes to get there. So yeah. So yeah, I had no time. So as soon as I came back, I was like, oh, I want to go live, but I didn't do my dailies, and I thought, well, maybe I'll do it after. But yeah, it's kind of cool doing them now. I get to talk and just bullshit about stuff.
One of your rides? Let me know. I'll get there as soon as I can.
I'm trying to stay away from controversial stuff today. Although, quite honestly, I checked after I talked all that shit yesterday, and then I only lost 1 subscriber. And then somebody else, well, I don't know. I had that Caesar, the gay dude or whatever his name is. He resubscribed, I guess. I don't know, because I know he was subscribed. I saw his name because it kind of stands out. And yeah, he came back, which I don't know. Maybe he changed his mind, which totally fair. Or, yeah, who knows? Maybe he wants to hate watch. You ever have that where you want to hate watch somebody? Yeah, I do apologize for it. I did say I was like yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's crazy. It really is. Yeah, me too. The only reason I'm paying attention to it now is because it's in the 400s. And it's like getting that 900 million in this game, when you get close to a goal or something that you're like looking at, which the 500 is for monetization. So, and not that that's like a really big deal for me. It really isn't, but I'm gonna want it because it's like, oh shit, that is a milestone for a channel. So yeah, I'm gonna look at that. So yeah, it's the same thing as like 900 million in the game because it's like you're getting close to a billion. So yeah, but if it happens, it happens. Yeah. Text. Yeah, no, I do too. I really appreciate the people who subscribe because I know that it is it's nice to know that there's people who I was like, oh, I enjoy your content enough to where I'm actually going to subscribe. Yeah, I do that with people too. It's like, yeah. I've subscribed to a whole bunch of channels, and I really, I try to, be active as I can in other people's streams, and sometimes it's hard though. It's like a lot of times I lurk and I just go in and drop a like, and I lurk, but I'm usually, a lot of streams I'm there, uh, especially in the morning. There's times I'm like this morning while I was trying to get ready and stuff, I was in Minky's stream. The only time I did say something, but it's because we were talking about age. And Minky she said something that was funny. I know she was fucking around, but she said something about age, and I was like, damn, Minky, I'm going to be 50 next year. No, you're making me depressed, or something like that. And so she just laughed when she read it. Eh, on this channel, which has become my main channel. Oh, disappeared. Oh. Oh, no, 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 get back down. On this channel, it's become my channel. Yeah. Just unsubscribe. Yeah, yeah. No, this is my main channel. I use this for, which, hey, has anyone else run into this? And I asked this yesterday, I don't think I got, but, if you accidentally click on an ad, or I think if you have it sent to your phone, sometimes I do that, like I jump the gun and get, and you accidentally have an ad sent to your phone if you're watching it on TV, uh, do you notice that you're automatically subscribed to that thing, like if they have a channel? Because I saw that, like, I was subscribed to some, like, religious one, and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, is somebody, like, in my account? Has somebody hacked it? Because I don't remember subscribing to them. And then there was another one where it was, like, a Bitcoin thing. I'm like, oh, great. Yeah, this is weird. And then there was another one just recently, but it was, like, yeah, and then I noticed that they were all ads at some point that I accidentally clicked on. So, yeah, it was me. Toy hacked my account. Usually what happens. Yeah, I unsubscribed from them too. But okay, so it does happen to you guys. Okay, because I was thinking like that. So it's somebody like in my account. You know how you might have hackers who just totally destroy your account, try to destroy your account, and then you have the subtle ones that just do weird shit to like make you question your sanity. Yeah. They'll do some like weird shit usually. Okay, I definitely hacked your account. I get ads, don't even search for it. Plus, there was one channel that at me like 100 people. Yeah, yeah. It's weird some of the stuff that happens like that you run into on YouTube. Yeah, that religious one was like, what? No, sometimes I'll block ads. I've had to block ads because I try to watch GTA Man his stream, and I'll run into ads where they don't load, and so I'm sitting there waiting for the ad so I can skip it, but it won't load, and so I have to block those ads, otherwise it just disrupts the stream. I have to close out the stream, go back in, and by the second or third time that happens, it's like, oh fuck it, I'm not gonna even bother watching. So it's kind of the danger if you're monetized. If you have, if you put in, mid-roll ads, some people that's gonna turn off. If I ever get monetized, yeah, I'm probably not gonna do that. Because if you don't have hundreds of people or even thousands of people watching, you don't make much money. Like seriously, you put ads in after you're done with the stream, that's fine. That's kind of an understanding. If you're watching the replay, you're gonna run into ads, and I understand that. But mid-roll ads, nah. Front ads where if you click on the actual stream, I mean that's okay. I don't really hold that against the streamers, but mid-roll ads, I do kind of get a little like, I like what Joker does. It's a little different. He does, if somebody donates, and I think it's like $20 or so, he turns off mid-roll ads. So that's one way to go about it, I guess. I'd say probably. Well, somebody like Joe, he gets a lot of donations and he gets a lot of gifted memberships, which is good. He deserves it. He's fucking hilarious and very entertaining. So he definitely deserves it. But that's not. I think some of the bigger streamers get a lot more. They get those too, which is good. People want to support the people. The streams and entertainment that they enjoy. And that's. And it's their money, you can do whatever they want with it. But yeah, no. But I'd say most channels probably make up their income from memberships. They get memberships. I think. I mean, I'm not monetized, so I have no idea. But views, it's hard. You don't make much. I think, Edgers said it, like how much, but and it's not much. So it is. I guess it is hard to like kind of unless you're getting millions. I like the channel I really like, that Red Letter Media. They get millions of views. And you know what they do? It's crazy because Rich and Mike will just sit there and talk about Star Trek. They just put out. I have to look it up. They just put out not too long ago a Voyager. They were talking about Voyager, and like I can't tell you how fast I clicked on it because Voyager's my favorite Star Trek. I just like the characters. I don't know. When I first watched it, it was probably during a time in my life when I really, really enjoyed it. So yeah, that's the one that stuck with me. Even though like I was raised on original series, TNG, I like Captain Janeway, and she's my favorite captain. So yeah, I just like the premise too, them being away from Starfleet, not having backup. Yeah, so um, but where was I going with that? Oh, they were talking about Star Trek. See, when you get old, you gotta like remind yourself. Anyway, yeah, it's Star Trek Voyager. I'm gonna have to like look at how many views that has. It's been in the millions. So yeah, let me look at that real quick. Dun, 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 dun. Subscriptions. It's a good channel. If you guys are interested in movies or anything, they're funny. You know, they are funny. And I'll tell Voyager, it's 1.2 million views. And most of their stuff gets, decent view. The other one, what are these movies? It's just them talking about it's 950,000 views. Their Star Wars trivia was 1.2 million. Well, that had Jack Quaid in it too. So Jack Quaid appeared. So they have some celebrities on once in a while. Jack Quaid's funny. He's funny. I liked him in The Boys. I liked him a lot. He's in Star Trek. He's in Lower Decks, which is kind of funny that they had him in a Star Wars. And there was a live action where I think it's Tawny Newsome and Jack Quaid were, they played their respective, but they were live action. And Jack Quaid did a great job with that. So didn't she. She's really good too. Oh, come on, really? Seriously? For fuck's sake. Anyway, but it's a good channel. And I'll just put it this way: there's a lot of movie channels that like, oh, they go on about this or that, and they're grifting for money because this is woke or this is what. No, they're not like that. They're very apolitical. They'll make some jokes here and there, but pretty much about everybody. They're not. They're very apolitical, which it's good. I'm not gonna lie. It is good to have that once in a while. You don't want to get too bogged down in some of that shit. They're probably only videos. Yeah, unless you're a bigger creator and get loads of... Yep, yep. Yeah, no, that's true. Yeah, YouTube does take a pretty, like that part in Raising Arizona where he gets his check, and he looks at it, and he fucking sighs, and the lady behind the counter's like, government takes a bite, don't she? And it's like, yeah, it's the same with YouTube. They do, they gotta get their money too, right? Although they get tons of money from ads as well. But, it's, Well, look at all that they provide, though. They provide a place where you can upload mostly, I would say, whatever you want. There's of course there's forbidden things, which is probably a lot of the forbidden things are probably pretty good that they are forbidden, but uh, yeah. Who to go? No, no. Don't get me started, Toy. Don't get me started. You guys know how to push my buttons way too easy. Like, seriously. Especially Toya. She's just like... Well, we had no idea that Cookie Monster was going to get that big of a fucking reaction from me. And I'm sorry about that, but yeah, it's... Well, yeah, I'll get into it, but yeah, yeah. I didn't do nothing. Yeah. Alright. I gotta cross off these, make sure that, So that's it for the, well, there's more hidden caches, but that's it for the coastline there. And they're actually pretty, you saw how I picked them up, they're pretty lined up today, so, yeah. I'm probably, if I guess, there's probably less than 1,000, maybe even less than 100 people that probably do that shit. Seriously. But it's not, that's not to say I think everybody should do it. I just have the time to do it, but, it is weird. I think to myself, like, it is weird that I even got into doing that. I don't know how. It just happened, Come on. There we go. Oh, yeah, you certainly did. Yeah, I do apologize. Yeah, yeah. You did get baited into that. Well, I valued your opinion. Let's put it, yeah, I valued your opinion on that. Because I know sometimes, most of the time, well, I don't want to out you, but, yeah, most of the time we see eye to eye on most things, so it's like, yeah. But I do notice that, like, a lot of times when I go ranting and raving about stuff, the chat kind of goes dead a little. So I'm like, oh, I guess I should just. Except Mr. Johnson was a little bit more into it yesterday. He's like kind of putting laughing emojis and stuff. I want to do business battle for the Independence Day Island. I'll just go and do it. Yeah, just go and do it. If you want, I can help you out, Swaggy. I'll protect you while you go, as much as I can. I got my ass kicked last night. I'm getting so mad that I started accusing him of cheating. I mean, he got some really good shit. He practices sniping all the fucking time, which is probably the case. But yeah, I got my ass kicked last night. I was getting tired too, which I'm not trying to make excuses, but yeah, it was pretty bad. I thought about like privating that stream, but I'm like, nah, you know what? If people watch that and they see it and they're like, no, fuck this guy, then fine, I want you guys to see, like, sometimes, see everything, warts and all. You know, that's just an expression, but you know, yeah. Yeah, no problem, Spike. Yeah, no, if you want, just invite me to a public and I'll try to help you out, yeah? Yeah. See, we got a whole bunch of people that probably help you get that, you know? Because it's, yeah, you want to get the things if they're on, you know, if they're limited time or whatever, so. Alright, let me get to, I gotta read Toya's. There's two comments there that went by that I couldn't catch. They came up too fast and went away too fast. I got all the animals, you know? Fucking senility. I prefer that my audience knows where I stand instead of... Yeah, yeah, me too. Because someone is bound to guess. Misrepresent. Yeah, yeah. That's so true, Toya. Because, yeah, you just don't want to... Uh-oh. Oh, I thought I was going to get... Been offline for almost a year. Damn, Sauce. Wait. Oh, you just show offline. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Hmm. I'll just make sure. Let me see. Did I get him? Yeah. Kinda, I think no, I don't hear a jet because there's nobody else in here. Yep. So, Independence Day in 2 days. America, fuck yeah.
I'm on the clock. What you want? Some wheels?
I said it earlier. I'll say it again. You know, I love this country. You know, I am patriotic in that way, but I don't feel the need to like get all, you know, whatever about the flag, and you know, it's like, yeah, the flag is what it is. It's a symbol, you know. As George Carlin says, I leave that to the simple-minded. Oh God, he was so good. But yeah, no, you know. I love the Constitution. I love the ideals set out in the Constitution. You guys ever read the preamble? That's all. You know, it's really. Oh, thank you. Yeah. In fact, there is an episode of Star Trek where Captain Kirk reads the preamble of the Constitution. I'm not shitting you. It's like they had these alternate Earths where it's like Earth, you know. They had a low budget, so you got to in the '60s they had a really. I mean, they had a low budget throughout all of it, but you know, yeah. But there is one where he reads the preamble of the Constitution of the United States. Hey, how's it going?
Hello. Turn this down.
Okay.
I'm alright. How's it going?
All right, pretty good.
That's good.
So, it is weird to think of like some of the stuff that you watch as a kid, like how it affects your thinking, and because yeah, I'm sure that probably when I saw that, it probably left an impression because he talks about how you know it has to apply to everyone or it means nothing. So, and that kind of stuck. I understand that. I know that's not how everybody feels about the Constitution, but yeah. How am I getting on these fucking subjects? Well, I mean, we're getting close to Independence Day, so I guess it's par for the course, but you know. I'll play that one day. Maybe today. I don't know. It's great. Considering that William Shatner is Canadian, or, you know, I'm sure he's American, not like he's immigrated, but he's, yeah, he's Canadian. So no, Leonard Nimoy is from Boston. Yeah. I was thinking that they were both like Canadian.
Thursday?
Yeah, yeah. I know it's weird because it's you know.
Yeah.
I'm used to like Edzer getting ready for Edzer stream.
Yeah. No, like I have.
Yeah. No, good,
Only
Saucy.
the 3 trials.
That's a good. That's good that they did it because a lot of people don't read it. They don't, you know. It's good. Well, you know, it's good. It shows you what the powers, you know, separation of powers and checks and balances that were set out. You know, I'm one of those people that believe the Constitution is a ever evolving document. I'm not a plain text person. Um, plain reading. So, because the do you really think the founding fathers had any like idea that you know about like internet and how easy it is to surveil you now? They would, you know. So the Fourth Amendment still stands, but it's really easy for the government if they really wanted to surveil you. You know, they could do it very easily. But you have those protections that are supposedly, you know. There's a good talking about George Carlin. There's a good one where he talks about the internment camps where the Japanese Americans, just because they were Japanese, were thrown into internment camps during World War II, and it went to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court ruled it constitutional. They had no due process, no. And so today, I don't know how that would go, honestly, with this court, but yeah, I don't see that as being constitutional. I'm sorry, but you know, they're allowed. They should have been allowed due process. They were American citizens. They should have been allowed due process, in my opinion. So, yeah. And like I said in the beginning, my opinion is worth fuck all. So, you know, I
Would I
don't
like
have.
to contribute to this conversation?
Sure, sure. Sorry, I
No.
know.
No. I didn't try to say anything. I was just curious how far you wanted to
Yeah.
take it. But no, I kind of agree with that. Like, I don't think that it should be a plain text reading. But even if it was, I don't think that that's an excuse to just kind of
Mm.
sorry here, I'm distracted. Even if I didn't believe that like the Constitution was something that you should continue to interpret as time passes and as situations arise,
Mhm.
I also don't think that like it's an automatic okay, like well it's not written here so we should never evolve as a society or as a country. Like it's good it's good for a foundation, it's good to know your history and all that, but like
Yeah.
it's not an excuse to kind of just stay stagnant
Yeah. Yeah.
and mistreat other people. Uh,
Mhm. Well, we get to amend it too, which is a good thing. You know,
Yeah,
obviously
yeah.
because you know you have the one the what is it 13th Amendment? It does. Yeah, it's the 13th. I can't remember. I've seen Lincoln, but I think it's the 13th Amendment that abolishes slavery to a certain extent. But yeah, yeah. But yeah, no. Here, let me get Chris's. Chris, you guys
Yeah,
good, man?
Lincoln didn't even intend to emancipate the slaves, so that is what he's most popular for. Like at a certain point, I
Yeah.
think he even says that like it's absolutely ludicrous idea that you think that's what my intention is. Like, so
Yeah, but he got really
mm,
crazy with the 13th Amendment at the end of the war. I think
yeah,
he started coming around to that. He wanted that 13th Amendment passed. That's what the whole movie Lincoln's about. I don't know how historically accurate it is. Steven Spielberg tries to stay, but that's a good movie, and it really shows, because he did some really fucked up things to get that passed. So I think he kind of came around. But you're right. If he could have kept the Union together, and he would have given them the right to slay. Yeah, that
yeah.
was his. He wasn't a saint, let's put it that way. But he was, you know, he did what was necessary. I guess I do admire that. But here, Chris, you guys good, man? Yeah, I'm pretty good, Chris. You have a long drive and you're hungry. Oh, damn. Well, hopefully you can stop and get something to eat soon. You know?
I actually need to eat.
Yeah, yeah. Um, but yeah, no, I can't really see plain text readings as a constant. Yeah, it's good that we can amend it. It's good that we can because it takes so much to amend. Because even the states have to ratify it. It's 2/3 of Congress. Um, yeah, and then you know, of course, we just had that case before the Supreme Court, birthright citizenship. It's like that was a very important case because you know,
Yeah, we got a
mm,
temporary one though.
yeah, it's a weird court. Sometimes they do shit that's really
Yeah.
they do good stuff, and then they do some loot. I think that the Haitian and the Somal, the one where they temporary protect. Yeah, you just said that, didn't you? Temporary protected for the immigrants. That's bullshit. We're gonna send them back to what for, that the war, if it's war torn or some place where they're seeking asylum because they're refugees. It's like, come on, man. I think Abe was a Republican in the party. Yeah, it's really weird, Saucy, because yeah, the party's like they did a switch. It's really weird. Yeah. Hey, Big Money Queen, it's good to see you. Hope you're having a great
Yo,
Thursday.
yo,
Okay.
bully me, please.
Believe me, please. Yeah, they did a switch, Saucy. It's somewhere. You look at Kennedy, and well, the National Democratic Party was always more progressive than the states, because then you had all the Dixiecrats in the South that still were for Jim Crow, and yeah, that's how the Dixiecrats came to be, because they didn't agree. They wouldn't be Republicans because of Lincoln, but they didn't want to be with the Democratic National Party because of their stance on civil rights. So they did it. They did, yeah, yeah. Because it's actually today we heard Sweet Home Alabama in the car, and I said to my dad, I'm like, hey, because he says in Birmingham they love the governor, boo, boo, boo. They're talking about Wallace. So yeah, I thought about that. I was like, is that Wallace they're talking about? Which I don't know if you guys don't know. Wallace was the he was the one that gave that speech, segregation now, segregation forever. That dickhead. He also ran for president and got shot. If you ever saw Forrest Gump, that's the guy he's talking about, who got shot on the campaign trail. I don't think he was killed, but luckily, even though he's a piece of shit, doesn't mean that he should be killed or assassinated. I don't agree with that.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, he ran for president. I do remember that. Yeah. Let's see. But yeah, let me read the rest of. Sorry, it took so long. Swaggy? No, that's no problem. Yeah, definitely get that stocked up so you can sell it. But yeah, let us. 160. Yeah,
Also,
that's crazy. That is crazy. Hmm? Sorry.
huh? Wait, sorry for what?
Oh, I kind of I interrupted a little bit. Yeah.
Oh,
Go.
no, yeah, you're good. You're good. I was just gonna say that I saw a comment briefly. I'm a Narc creator, so like I'm half
Okay.
aware of the
Yeah.
comment section. But but nonetheless, I was going to say that the terminology for Democrats and Republicans, they just they kind of shift, like they
Yeah.
change historically over time, and so like I don't know, maybe that's just me, but I don't really put too much thought into like who's a Democrat or Republican at this time versus then.
Yeah.
But I have noticed that like people would be like, oh, it was the Republicans that did this. But I'm like, okay,
Mm.
but the Republicans of today, the Republicans of today would have been the Democrats of yesterday, or they would have,
Oh shit.
vice versa. Like it doesn't really stand with today's definitions.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I'm under no illusion. Like the Democrats are like, oh yeah. I mean, I'll vote for him. Like here in Georgia for the governor's race, I'm voting for
Yeah,
the Democrat pretty much no matter what, because both of the Republicans in the primary, it was so crazy because it was so funny to watch their ads, and it was all about who could kiss Trump's ass the most. Seriously,
yeah,
it's like, oh, I supported Trump. I supported Trump since 2015. I supported Trump before then. He was, when he was I was like, oh my God, can you kiss his ass anymore? Like seriously. so,
yes.
and then you got Keisha Lance Bottoms, who's a Democrat running. It's like she's like, I'm not going to kiss Trump's ass, and I'm like, all right, good, you got my vote. You got it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, look, she also ran Atlanta. All right, she was the mayor of Atlanta during COVID. All right. If someone could run Atlanta, they can run Georgia. Okay, so yeah, she's good. She's qualified. She got my vote. Yeah. Seriously, Atlanta. Atlanta's what got like 4 million people in it, or no, not actually in proper Atlanta city limits. I don't think there's that many people. There's a lot of people. So you're running a mini state. Most of the population of Georgia is in Atlanta or in the outside areas. So yeah, that's why I'm coming. But yeah, let me get caught because well, here, let me get through this and then I'll get caught. I saw your comment, Saucy. I'll get to that in just one sec. I've noticed if I try to read chat and do these at the same time, I'm gonna have to repeat. But no, yeah, the Democrats now are just they're more corporatist. They, they go. They're not like yeah. You see a lot of ads where they're Marxists, they're communists, they're whatever. No, they're not. They're anything but. They kowtow and do whatever they have to for the corporations, just like the Republicans.
Yep.
They just hide it a little better. They try to hide it. With the Democrats, they'll give you a little bit more crumbs. The Republicans ain't going to give you anything though, because they want it all for themselves and their buddies. But yeah, the Democrats will give you some crumbs, but they're still going to make everybody, all their friends, rich too. So it's like, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. That's it. All right, Saucy, let me see. Yeah, the party switched sides so many times from cynical standpoint. It makes. Yeah, no, that's true. It is interesting to see how politics and different sides of issues. Like for the longest time, that was a left-leaning thing, wanting caring about freedom of speech. That was huge in like left circles because a lot of times it was done to protect the artists. People like when in the '80s when you had the Satanic Panic and they went after rock groups and stuff. Mostly left-leaning. Although you had people like Tipper Gore, which was Al Gore's wife. Um, she started at PMRC. They didn't. Difference is they didn't want censorship. They didn't want government. They just wanted like warning labels that there might be lyrics that But still, it was still fought because they did see it as a type of censorship. But now when you see like um, the Trump administration, mainly the FCC, going after. Like Jimmy Kimmel or ABC, Disney, because of things that Jimmy Kimmel says. It's concerning. You know, that is concerning. That's using the power of the government to try to silence people, and I don't like that.
Mm-mm.
How I see it, the original Republicans believe what Democrats believe today, and the original Democrats. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And they'll take issues. So here and there, issues will just start becoming a mix of whatever. It gets to the point where it's like you start to if you step back and see it objectively, it's the truth of the matter is that from my perspective, from my eyes, whenever I say that, you got to understand that and take it with a grain of salt because I'm not an expert. I didn't get a college degree. I did study political science, but I didn't get a college degree. So I'm not an expert. So like I said, it means fuck all. But this country has always been built, laws, everything, to serve the rich, the elitists. You know, that's what kind of I don't understand. People really thought Trump was gonna like they believed that Trump was gonna go in there and drain the swamp. He is the swamp. He was born in it. It molded him. Okay.
Yeah.
He is the swamp. He's always wanted to be an elitist. Because everybody scorned him in New York City. They hated him because he's an asshole. I
I
mean,
don't
he
think
makes no
people
bones.
realize that the founding fathers, well, most of them, not all of them, because I don't think Hamilton was, but like most of the founding fathers were elitists in the
Yeah,
first place, and so I mean,
and
again,
tax
like,
evaders. Wait, that's what they
yeah,
got everybody
yeah,
riled up about. The
yeah,
Independence Day. I mean, look, it's great. We have a great nation, and
yeah,
like I say, from the idea. Well, ideally, what we could become. That's when I say we have a great nation. That's what I mean is what we could
yeah,
become if we really put our minds to it. If we really got serious about stuff, um, instead of squabbling over what eventually. My hope for humanity is that one day we realize just how petty a lot of the stuff we squabble over. Damn it, and we get past it, and we just start working on, you know, real, you know, there shouldn't be anybody going hungry in this country. There shouldn't be people dying because they don't have medical care. You know, this we're better than that. We can do better than that. So God, it makes me feel like, what, do better, Senator. What is that movie? It's like, I was just so sorry, but like I said, don't, you have to listen to me, but yeah, uh, maybe I tried to get really cynical and apathetic about everything that's going on, but I can't. There's something about me that I can't get rid of that little bit of hope that we're going to do better someday, and we're going to care about people. And like I said yesterday, that we realize we're all in this together. That this is not what can I get. I mean, you can be like that. What can I get? But what can I also do to improve my community and the people that are around me? Because, like I said yesterday too, isn't the well-being of everybody what's the goal here? That we maximize well-being, that they, that people are happy, taken care of.
You think so?
Yeah, I mean, you got. I don't understand this push towards, like I don't want to get into them because that'll be hours. But Elon Musk saying apathy is, or not apathy, empathy is something bad. Really? Empathy is our strength, compassion. That's oh God, that's been drilled into me for I don't know how long, from Star Trek, from everything. That compassion is our strength. Uh, the fact that we can look at other people that are not like us and feel for them and their situation, that's a strength. That's not a weakness. Yeah, that's what I think anyway. Yeah. I can't. Yeah, I just sometimes I'm a very deep feeling person, so yeah, I kind of try to shut it off, but yeah, it's like there's things that I see and I'm like, God damn.
Same.
Yeah, but and that's my go-to because even people that I disagree with, if I hear something bad happens to them, yeah, people I disagree with vehemently, uh, if something bad happens to it, it's like, no, I'm not going to celebrate that because it's on a human level, I feel for them. I can't help it. I don't want to change it either. Ah, shit, I completely missed that. I like being like that because the alternative is not to not to care at all, or to just hate or be fearful or hate, and I can't be that way. It's just not. I mean, it's not that I don't like feel it sometimes, but I try to be mindful of it and say, that's not the way I want to be. It doesn't do any good. It just makes you. It just festers and gets worse and worse. The hatred, you know. It's no way to live, and it doesn't do any good for you. I am. Ah, there we go. I can't help. I don't know why I keep getting into these conversations, but I mean, it's not bad either. I think it's it is something to talk about. I don't want to be. You don't want to be conspiracy theorists, but they choose. True America. Yeah. Well, yeah. A lot of stuff that I experienced as a kid was very humanitarian, very humanist, and I really do believe in the kind of the spirit of what we could do, what we can do. That's why people say the aliens built the pyramid. I'm like, no, humans built the pyramids. That was human engineering, human ingenuity that did that. You know, what is it? Belana Torres from from Star Trek Voyager. She said it best when she said, "The warriors get the glory. Engineers build the society." It's true. But yeah, yeah, I don't know. It does seem like they whoever well, you had so much money and interest, and then of course the Democrats kind of really didn't do well with that election either. He should have just said he wasn't going to run,
Who?
or done.
Oh,
Yeah,
Biden.
Biden. Yeah, yeah. That was a mistake. If he had just bowed out from the beginning, they would have had more time, more. Now, don't take don't Don't get it twisted. I Kamala Harris was a fine candidate. She was, you know, and but yeah, she was kind of handicapped by what happened. If they had gone through a proper primary, and it would have cemented her better. Because I know there was a lot of Democrats that were pissed about that too. That there was no proper primary.
Yeah.
I I didn't really see that there was need for it. I thought she was the heir apparent. You know, it's like, okay, she's vice president. She gets it. That's just. It didn't really bother me. I know it bothers some people, but it's whatever. She's fine. She's fine. I voted for her. I'm not gonna lie. I voted for her. I'd do it again.
I was just about to say that, and I do it again.
Yeah. Yeah.
She was qualified.
Hmm?
Like, I found for a number of years, well past me actually being able to vote, that oftentimes we're kind of stuck choosing between the lesser of two evils, but like you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Oh
she was
shit.
a fine candidate. She was qualified. She was well qualified, and she was
Yeah.
better than what we've got. Way better than what we've got. So if it came down to, and I'm not like saying that there weren't other parties, like the Green Party, right? Like there weren't other
Yeah.
candidates that like were well qualified for it as well, and maybe even better than Harris in some ways. I'm not saying
Hmm.
that's not the case, but sometimes you have to be more practical than optimistic.
Yeah.
Um, and so voting Green Party was an optimistic choice. Voting for Harris was a practical choice, right? And so,
Calling for some
Oh shit.
wheels?
she
I'll
would have
join you on the
been,
spot. I'll hook
yeah,
you up.
like, yeah.
It's on the way.
Unfortunately, that's just kind of how it is, right? Like we
Yeah.
don't. It's normally between just the like leading Democrat and the leading Republican that you're up against. I can't recall the time where a Green Party, like any independent party, had a fair shot at the presidential election.
No.
And part of that is our media and our intake, and also like our lack of knowledge with understanding elections and when they
Yeah.
happen and like who's running in the different parties. But like yeah, Harris was definitely my choice over
Hmm.
Trump, and I'd vote for her again.
Yeah.
But I do agree that like she ran a great campaign for what little time that she had,
Yeah.
but a lot of what happened, like a lot of it went really bad because of Biden. And I
Yeah.
think that like if given the chance, like if he thought he could swing it, which I don't know why, because his actual like presidency wasn't going 100% great, right? Like he had a lot of criticism that made the second one
Yeah.
made the second one not really viable. And I'm talking about like people that were his supporters, and I'm specifically mentioning just like health issues and like certain failures and stuff like that that came up into play, right? I'm not talking about the work that he did or didn't do.
Hmm.
um like I think if he thought that he would be able to swing that, he would have went for the second term.
Yeah.
um and Harris didn't really have as much control as she did, or at least as much as people think that she did, I should say, right? Like she's a
Yeah.
vice president in title, like that power
Yeah.
is in title,
You
not
you
so much
follow
like
the administration's party line. Whatever they say, you gotta
exactly,
follow.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't break
Uh,
away from that. That'd be
mm-mm.
completely unprecedented, and it'd have to be something like he would have had to done something atrocious, and not Biden, Harris would have to have like
Yeah. Yeah.
broke away from the mode and like exposed him or something like that for that to be something that was acceptable. Like like you're
Mm.
meant to follow him
Yeah. Yeah.
or follow the president, you know. So like I
See.
think that also screwed her.
Yeah. See, I still hold to the thing that if he really wanted to do something, you know, unprecedented and just be, he should have. His last year in office, he should have resigned and let her become president, and then
Yeah.
have her run the ship for a year. But the thing of it was is that prices were still high. Let's get in
Yeah.
'92, James Carville and what the rest of the what Jared Stephanopoulos, they all came up with that. It's the economy, stupid, and that's exactly what
Mhm.
it's still that. It's going to be that
Yeah.
this fall when the gas prices are high because of the stupid Iran war and all this other shit. People are going to vote it their pocketbooks, and so the Republicans are going to take an ass whooping because of this, and rightfully so because people are starting to see, well, maybe he does need some reins on him. That this whole acting like a fucking king thing isn't uh, a good idea. Maybe we need, yeah, maybe the Democrats actually do need to rein him in. So
Yeah.
they're gonna vote, that way, which they should. Maybe he does. I think he does. You know. So yeah, and that's the way it's supposed to work. The Congress is
And
not supposed to just lay down for everyone, lay down for a president. That's not the way it's supposed to work.
no, and like again, like bring it back to what you were saying earlier about the Constitution. Like within the Constitution, there are checks and balances to make
Hmm.
sure that there can be no kings in America. Like
Yeah,
that was the whole point. Well, that and
yeah,
evading the taxes, right?
yeah,
But I
yeah,
mean, like
yeah.
no wonder tax evasion, especially for the rich, is such a big thing here. It's handwritten into our Constitution. Like okay, we get it, but like. But in essence, if you want to be more optimistic about it, and if you want to actually look at the language, there are checks and balances to make sure that
Hmm.
no president, no executive branch could have unlimited,
Yeah.
unchecked power.
Right.
And like
Right.
some people will be like, well, like Trump isn't unlimited and he's not going unchecked. I mean, just look at the latest ruling
Hmm.
with them turning down Trump's attempt to birthright citizenship, right? Or to
Hmm.
limit birthright citizenship.
Yeah.
Um, but like in my opinion, that's not the same thing. Like he has too much power. Like the checks and balances aren't equal. They're not even where they should be, right?
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
And so you have a wishy-washy court that doesn't keep him in check like they're supposed to. It's just every now and then he doesn't quite get what he wants. But like just wait till wait a couple weeks and then you'll have like the next scandal or the next big
Yeah.
topic or something like that, and then you think that the court would do something to kind of shut it down, and then you'd find that it works to Trump's favor. Like that's just
Yeah.
it's kind of how it is, right? And so we
Mm.
do have kind of like we have a king and nothing less than name,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it being extremely obvious in my
Yeah.
opinion. And then what else was I gonna say?
Yeah, Saucy. Yeah, it definitely.
Oh,
You're right. It needs to end. Yeah.
yeah. Oh, and then I was gonna say
No
the
doubt. Yeah.
birthright citizenship. Like
Oh God.
if I, if I being me was okay. No, I am kind of pessimistic and I am a little bit
but
cynical.
the
Okay, but like
birthright.
I'd
Look,
say,
with the birthright citizenship. So you got to look at the end goal. Like, okay, so we're gonna throw out the immigrants, right?
yeah.
And you can't have anchor babies. Okay, I get that. But then, what if they start retroactively ending birthright citizenship, meaning that you have to earn your citizenship? Well, then they can just toss out who they find undesirable, right?
That's exactly what I was about to say, and then it wouldn't just.
Yeah.
Not saying that Trump has a great concern for his quote unquote people. I mean, the way that he talks about his people is just atrocious. Like, he's like, come on, dude. If
Now
that
this
was
is
your
all.
boyfriend, I'd tell you to leave him.
Yeah,
But
this is all
like,
Stephen Miller. It's all Stephen. Oh, I said his name twice. I can't say it again. He'll come up. He'll pop up somewhere. Fucking hell.
yeah. But no, I was thinking that like I was thinking exactly that. Like, okay, you get rid of the immigrants, right? And then maybe you
Yeah.
start attacking other minorities because, well, I mean, obviously.
Yeah.
But then in the end, you begin to hurt the very people that are supporting you.
Yeah.
And we're gonna ignore the Latinos for Trump thing, and we're gonna ignore the blacks for Trump's thing. Okay, we're gonna ignore that, um,
Well,
because they'd be the first people targeted. But like they started attacking actual American citizens, right, that
yeah,
voted
yeah,
for him. Not saying that other people aren't actual American citizens, but like
yeah,
I mean, just in the barest sense of what their ideal picture looks like.
yeah,
Like I didn't like, oh my god, okay, so maybe the court had enough brains to see, okay, but like this can start to hurt us. So let's not do this. Let's not do
mm,
that.
yeah,
Like that can hurt our
yeah,
pockets and our supporters a little more than necessary,
mm-hmm,
and it'd be obvious.
yeah.
Not that the other things aren't obvious.
I just, I said it yesterday that when they start attacking immigrants, it's just it's the playbook. That's the first page in the playbook is get people riled up about immigration.
Yep.
That's and not to say the border didn't need some secure, like okay, fine, whatever. I think they exaggerate a little when they say how many people Biden let in. You know, but fine, that's one of their talking points. Whatever. But even still, it's like Uh, yeah, I know what they're doing. I see it. It's like, okay, immigration, or immigrants. They're going to go after immigrants because or illegal immigrants. They're here. They're taking up our resources. They're coming for our jobs. And none of that is really. It logically doesn't hold any water because it's like, all right, they don't. Most
Eh,
of the time, they are a net benefit to the communities that they're in.
one of my biggest gripes about like talks about the border, and again,
Mm-hmm.
this isn't me saying that like in my version of Nirvana, for lack of better phrasing, right? In my utopian society, there would be no need for borders. We just have one big open planet, like we're
Yeah.
all just chilling together. We're like that. But that's not practical,
No,
right?
no, not right
For
now.
as optimistic as I can be, though I'm not. I am also a bit practical about a lot of things,
Yeah.
right? So I'm not saying that the border doesn't need to be checked, that it doesn't need to be balanced and secure and whatnot. But one of my biggest gripes about the border
Mm-hmm.
is the misconception that we have just guards that are letting people come in free
Yeah.
willy, or they just kind of dig a hole that's very obvious and like they're just coming in, and
Mm-hmm.
then the guards turn the other cheek. Like they don't realize how we contribute to the border problem, and it's not even just a government issue. Like it's not even just a policy issue. It's not just a president that's relaxed about the border, right? Like I mean, we have American citizens that go to the border with no other intention but to harm people that's trying to cross over or that's
Oh yeah, yeah.
on the other
They,
side because they can get away with it. You
yeah,
have like guards that do the same thing, like it's and then you
yeah.
have, of course, you have like the cartels and whatever, which are like which are the big talking points for people, like oh the
That's
criminals are
true.
coming over, but
Immig-
we're the criminals too.
yeah, immigrants are yeah they are actually a very vulnerable population because like you said they don't want to go to the police. So there are people who take advantage of that. If they know somebody has a status that's not legal in this country, there are some people that will take advantage of that. And so I don't know what the rates are, but you're right, Saucy. There's a funny, it's not funny, but it's like there's lies, damn lies, and statistics. So
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, definitely, Saucy. But yeah, but no, I would like to
Yeah.
see the statistics of the amount of crimes committed against immigrants, just due to the fact that they, like you said, people can get away with it. But are there illegal immigrants out there that are part of gangs or commit crimes? Yes. And should they be
Heck
deported?
yeah.
Yes. I'm not protecting criminals here. I'm protecting people who come into a community, want a better life. Their children go to school, they pay taxes, sales tax or whatever. Some of them even pay federal tax, and they become part of the community and they add to the community. And they're your neighbors and people that you actually like. And you know but yeah, they just happen to have an illegal status. And it's like, well,
Yeah.
why don't we, even Ronald Reagan's was like, well, why don't we come up with a way that these people can become citizens? And this is Ronald Reagan. This
Eh,
is a conservative icon, right? Supposedly was,
yeah.
right? Right? No. Yeah, but
Come on, look. And then not only that, like, and not even just being deported, but being deported lawfully with due
yeah,
process. And like,
yes.
I mean, in my head, it's kind of ridiculous that we have to have humanitarian laws just to remind people that hey, you shouldn't do that.
Hmm.
Don't go do that. And then we also have
Yeah.
just state laws. And we have federal laws. Like, make sure that it's lawful, that it's legal, right? That like you've exhausted every one of their legal rights, especially if it could potentially cause them harm.
Yeah.
And especially to weed out people that weren't actually guilty, or people that could use more assistance than just deportation right away. Like it has to be lawful. Um,
Well, even crossing the border is just a civil offense. It's not really breaking. I mean,
it's like
yeah,
jaywalking,
yeah.
but
It's
like
not
you've got armed guards, like.
right. See, honestly, and what is it that people are getting actually deported to like El Salvador to a prison? It's like what? Like, come on. I think you're cut out there. Oh, there you go. I see it here.
Oh yeah, no, I'm in the kitchen warming up something to eat because I skipped dinner last night in favor of sleep. So yeah, I keep muting myself. Where was this
Yeah.
at?
No, that's a good point, Saucy. Infrastructure. Yeah, they did that, and housing prices are going to go up because yeah, now it's like we don't have as many people working in housing. They were building the house. They're out there in that fucking heat right now, building houses, for people, or the produce. They pick a lot of the produce. It's jobs that Americans just don't want to do, you know. And it's really sad because it's like uh, we as a society kind of was like, okay, we turned a blind eye to it, and now it's become this big issue, and they're just going to mistreat them and do, pick them up. Well, there's been a lot of things that you've heard, or about how they got picked up, and it's like, damn, that just seems like wrong for.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sent to these camps, and then just like horrific stuff is happening, and then we get
yeah,
like news reports every now and then, and then it dies down until like the next atrocity pops up, and it stays on the news cycle for maybe 48 hours or so, and then like it disappears again. So I mean,
yeah.
not only are we not giving them due process, but we're violating all kinds of
Yeah,
human rights and state laws and stuff like that. Like,
and any time that you bring up like, oh well, this is we're mistreating them, or it's like, what's the administration's pushback on that? It's like, oh well, these are illegal immigrants. These are gang members, and they always go to the biggest. If you look at their strategy, it's always like, look at what happened with oh shit, what was his name? The one who got shot for exercising his Second Amendment rights, and that's when I knew that the right was full of shit with this gun shit, because it was like they didn't stand up. There was very little pushback for somebody who was exercising their Second Amendment rights lawfully, got shot in the back for it. And then what did Cash Patel and the rest of the administration come out and say? Or what was her name? The one who shot the dog, uh,
mm,
Christy Nome or whatever. She said that they were terrorists. They were terrorists for just exercising their First Amendment right. And so that if you go to a protest carrying a weapon, you should expect that you might get shot. It's like, oh well, wait a second. Do you remember all those COVID where they went to the state capitol and they were all carrying AK-40 or no ARs and other, you know. So it's like, give me a fucking break. Ugh. That's sort of, but my point in the beginning was I got off topic there a little, but they always go to the worst, like telling you that these are the worst people, right? But they're still human fucking beings. And a lot of times they're not. It's just a spin. They're trying to make you demonize them. It's the same thing they do with the left. Oh, they're all they want to destroy this country. They're all communists. They're all Marxists. They're all And even if they are, it doesn't matter. This is America. You can be part of any political party you want. You can be a freaking Nazi if you want. You can be a communist. You can be, you're entitled to your opinions. Doesn't mean everybody has to agree with them, but you're entitled to them. There's no, there's no establishment clause that says, well, there's an establishment clause that, separation of church and state, but there's no political part, just, it has to be Democrat or Republican. You can be part of any party you want. You're not allowed to violently overthrow the government or anything just because you're a communist, but, yeah, you're not allowed to do that. That's not, but anytime, if you want to run as a, if you want to run as a communist in this country, you can. There is a communist party. I'm sure there's a National Socialist Party too. I'll join up in a second too. Yeah, that's what they're called. The national. That's why people get it confused that they're left wing. The Nazis. They're not. They're right wing. They are actually diametrically opposed to the communists. You have communists on the left. You have Nazis on the right. That's how it is. Yeah. Yeah.
they know that gets people's like
Yeah.
it gets
Because.
people's attention, and then they like they have this inadvertent
Yeah.
reaction. They're just not even, it's not inherently logical. It's kind of ingrained in them to have that reaction that, oh, these things are bad, like
Hmm.
these things are just completely terrible. And so then we don't look further into that. And this is how like different biases and stereotypes
Hmm.
continue to persist today in an age where you think that it'd be something that passed, because like who's being labeled as a terrorist, or who's being labeled as a gang,
Yeah.
right? It's immigrants, it's people of color primarily, right? Like, so then
Mm,
we completely disregard that there are multiple types of terrorism, right? We even have domestic terrorism, but we don't talk about that. We don't talk about that. And we don't like talk about who commits those types of that
or
type of terrorism. And then we don't talk about the fact that there are various gangs, right?
yeah,
It's not just black people and Mexican people that have gangs. Like white people
yeah.
have gangs, Asians have gangs. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's a problem, but it's not a problem that's limited to race. Matter of
Yeah,
fact, that's how most race wars are started. So it's not. There is a bout of
so
racism that took place when I was in high school, but like
someone's talking.
when my mother was in the same high school, years prior, like the race wars were it was so freaking bad there. Like it was so freaking bad there, and it was between like the black gangs, the Mexican gangs, and the white gangs. Even black
Mm,
people that didn't even like each other. Like it'd be a race war no matter what.
yeah.
Right? But like that's a problem, and that's a problem that's outside of just political conversation and fear mongering and things to win people over to their side and for an argument and whatnot. And it's so irritating, but I feel like a lot of people don't really realize that that happens. But everybody's so busy being angry at each other that there's just no room
Yeah.
for logic to take place. There's no room
Well,
for people to like, hey, let's sit down and talk about this. Like,
yeah. The thing of it is that if there was opportunities in those communities to where they didn't have to turn or didn't feel so, I don't know. I don't know enough about it to speak intelligently about it, honestly. But I know that there's a lot. To me, it's also a socioeconomic thing where it's like if you give people
uh
opportunities, perhaps they won't turn to that type of behavior. You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah.
yeah. I just,
Yep.
but
It depends on which one.
yeah, the thing of it is, we're deporting people, like you said, of color, right? But then
Yeah.
what else did the administration do? They were offering asylum to white South Africans. So just think about that. Just think about that. Just the optics of that. We're going to deport all these people from South America, mostly predominantly people of color, right? But yeah, white South Africans, come in, come out, yeah, yeah. Hmm, it's interesting, isn't it? Interesting.
And no
Fucking
disrespect to
hell.
South Africans, especially
Yeah,
those that were
yeah.
born there, but this phrase that, oh, there are white people in Africa, that's used to kind of, like, to kind of offset a lot of the stereotypes about Africans and stuff like
Hmm.
that. And I'm speaking as the continent, not as, it's
Yeah,
not a state, it's a continent, right?
it's
I'm
not
speaking in
right.
that way, right? Africa has been and still is very colonized, so of course
Mm-hmm.
there are white South Africans there. Do you think they just kind of said, hey, you know what, everybody come with me onto the ship and then we're going to sail across this great pond and then nobody stay here. Nobody stay here unless you're black. Like, that's just not how it works. That is not how it works. And so it's freaking insane. Like, it kind of blows my mind when I think about all those factors that they were offering asylum for white South
Yeah,
Africans.
yeah.
It's nuts. But, I forgot what else I was going to say.
Shit.
Oh, I was going to say, about the gang thing, I know somewhat enough to speak intelligently about it, but I don't know as much as someone like my mother who would know.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I'd come from a place of like observing from the outside,
Fuck.
somewhat
Yeah.
the outside, and like being book smart about it. My mom is like just straight up street smart. So when I say like it depends on which one, I'm not talking about the group itself. I'm talking about it depends on the person itself. There are some people that are attracted to that life.
Mm-hmm.
Um and they have good parents, they have a good home. Maybe they have like hardships in life and so that's where things were like again having socioeconomic better socioeconomic opportunities and having access to things like therapy and stuff will come into play. There are
Mm-hmm.
definitely a lot of people out on the streets like that, but there are
Yeah.
people who have had like like their moms might have struggled, but that's never affected them type of thing, right? Like their moms kept them in schools, their dads too, right? They had a good home life,
Mm-hmm.
and they're just attracted to the street life. And then once
Yeah.
you get into these gangs, it's not like, oh, I'm gonna treat you wrong. Like, yeah, you get jumped in and stuff like that. Like that's stereotypical in television. But I feel like what they don't show on that is how these people are, like they are your family. Like they, will they turn their backs on you? Most likely, yeah, but you also have like this assurance that like, oh, like if something happens to me, I got people that'll ride for me and kill for me
Uh,
for like, like I've got family, I've got these friends and stuff like that. There are people that get tied into this life and then they either don't want to get out or they can't get out. Um, but in other cases, it is like they have no other option, right?
yeah.
It's either there or prison, and you'll be safe in prison
Mm.
if you have a backing, right? Like if you got
Oh
somebody
yeah,
there,
yeah,
and
yeah.
then when you come home from prison, if you come home from prison, then like they look at you like an OG, like your street cred is it's higher for having served time for
Mm-hmm.
one thing or another.
It's
It's
amazing.
very complex, but yeah.
Oh, yeah, I saw you had a couple of comments. Yeah, they'll know it'll get people riled up, fighting each other with some real goals. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, yeah, they just they laugh and run to the bank when we're fighting each other. That's pretty much it. Especially about culture war things, and that's why a lot of times you hear it so much about the because they want to get you distracted from the economy because they know it's shit right now. They know that for whatever reason the billionaire class has decided we want it all. We're not just happy with this lavish lifestyle we already have. We want everything. So we're coming after your Social Security. We're coming after your pensions. Yeah, nothing you thought was going to be yours is going to be yours. We want it all. So yes, it's not even their fault either way they feel away because being hurt. Yeah. No, you're right. It's crazy. Yeah, I want. Yeah, like I said, I can't really speak to that because that's I've never studied that or you know. So Toya having her mom there, yeah, especially being in the LA area because there was a lot of the civil rights. Yeah, definitely because you had the Black Panther. I think no, that was Oakland. Oakland was Black Panthers, right?
Oh shoot. Sorry, hold on, give me a sec.
Yeah. Hmm.
I was gonna say most unfortunately it's I mean, yeah, my mom is the person that I'll go to, but that's only because I don't like most of my family. Like, most of my,
Yeah.
if I took my mother's last name, I'd be in the system. I have my father's last name. My last name is still in the system. Like
Yeah.
it's it's both sides of my family. It's more than just my mom, but my mom, she like she lives a different life now, so
Yeah.
that's another person that'll go to talk about it. That is open about talking about it. She doesn't hide things from us, unfortunately for me
Hmm.
sometimes.
Well, hey, I can help you sell your bunker if you want, Saucy. Sorry, I just wanted to get that stuff taken care of beforehand. Hey, Tori. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well.
Huh?
Tori.
Tori. Hi,
Yeah.
Tori. I thought you said toy. I was like, what do you mean?
I'm already here. I've been here.
Yeah.
No,
Is there another toy I don't know about?
no.
I was
Yeah,
gonna start screaming, imposter! I'm the only toy.
Impastore. I love the Italian one. Uh, I don't know if it's my grandmother coming out at me, but yeah, yeah. Impastore. Uh, yeah, she was Florence, War Bride. Well, she told me some interesting stories. It was funny because we were going. No, I'm not going to. Just Trump reminds me of Mussolini. You know, um, he does. He really the El Duce thing. He just needs to learn how to bang on a podium, and he'll get it. You know. But I heard my grandmother when I was talking about him. I heard my grandmother because she used to say shit like I say, like these little comments. I was like, well, you know what happened to him. It's like, yeah, I need to watch it. Uh, but yeah, Tori, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a good day. Hey, Kyle, it's good to see you too. Have a good one. Being absolutely lazy. Well, that's good. A little bit. My grandmother was full Italian. She was from Florence. She was there during the war, during World War II. She was a war bride. Came over with my grandfather to Rhode Island. So yeah, yeah. So my mom would be half, and I'm probably about a quarter. Somewhere in there. Yeah, I'm Italian. But hey, Kyle, it's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Having a good Thursday. This is not going to be obviously it's because Ezra can't stream today. So, um, please don't say I get stuck on a fucking. Oh God. Civil rights had a mass incarceration. Yeah, those. Yeah, definitely saucy. I know because what happened with the I mentioned the Black Panther, but what happened with them was crazy. They were like targeted and taken down by pretty much by the federal government. And Cecilia, oh, that's awesome.
Oh yeah, and like it's kind of crazy as well. It seems like a conspiracy theory, but it's really not. But like the issue that we have with drugs or like community everything
Mm, mm,
in communities where like more black and brown people live, like that wasn't even something that was inherent to those communities. That was something
shit.
that was introduced. I think it was by the CIA, and I can't remember who else. Again, that
Mm-hmm.
sounds like a conspiracy theory, but unfortunately, like that's been proven to be the case.
Yeah.
Um, so then like we have that issue, and then we also have like Reagan's war on drugs, which again was not at all about addressing the actual epidemic that was occurring, if there even was one, but something entirely different, which
Yeah.
led to the absolute ludicrous, insane numbers for mass incarceration compared to like no got uni.
Yeah, Saucy, can you kick me from the lobby? Because there's only two of us in here. Just kick me from the lobby
Oh,
and see if it works and gets me off this black screen. I'll come
honestly,
back and I'll help you again. But yeah, I shouldn't have gone in. Yeah, no, I tried Anahuac.
no dang.
I tried joining a
Hopefully,
few people here, and it's not taken. So yeah, I'll try Anahuac again. But yeah, just try to kick me from the lobby. Now that would be cool. I'd love to go to Italy. I'd love to go to Europe. Just you know, yeah, just for the historical stuff. Like you said, I'd love to go to Florence just to see that. I know my parents had a
oh
trip there
yeah,
at one point with Florence, and I want to go see the UK and Ireland and all that. Yeah, no, it's not. So,
I want to go just for the potatoes.
or leave the lobby, saucy. So either kick me or leave the lobby, and I don't know. It might kick me out of it because if you leave, then and I'm part of your stuff, it might kick me out. I don't know. My mom was Sicilian, my dad was Greek, so I got the best. Yeah, yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I also
Mm,
have I'm
yeah.
about like half. I don't know. I need to take a DNA test, but I have a lot of Irish in me too. So yeah. Have you left the lobby, Saucy? This is gonna suck. There's no way to get out of it. It's like, god damn.
Ooh,
Let's see.
thank you.
Yeah. Either just try to either kick me or yeah, leave the lobby. See if it like, because if you leave the lobby, I think since I'm part of your organization, it should kick me out of your bunker. Although I have the same bunker, so I don't know. Tires. Yeah, yeah, pussy toy.
Thank you.
Sorry. Yeah, I get. I might just have to restart.
No.
Yeah, it's a bummer.
Well, they're busy blocking. I don't know why they could be fixing this game.
Yeah.
Like the thing is that make it unplayable, literally.
Cause I tried to, I just keep trying to join people. Kyle, Hot Stepper. Yeah,
Thing.
trying to think of anything I could do to like. Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
would say turning off your controller, but I'm not sure if that actually works.
I kicked. Okay.
Oh my god.
Does it allow you to accept invites? I don't know. Yeah, if somebody could invite me, just I'll try that. We'll try that, and then I'll just have to restart. Cause yeah, I don't want you guys having to listen or look at a black screen for our conversation. Might be interesting, but it's not. I don't want to.
W part one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No more bricks. Uh, yeah, just if some, yeah, just somebody send an invite. I'll try to accept that, but mm, at least it's not the internet. I'll
That
say
is
that, and
true. It's
the next
better
one
when
will.
it's not your fault.
Yeah, the next one is gonna crash because of the fucking internet. Though I just, I'm such a pessimist. I'm not really though, but I am. Weird. Okay. It's not even doing initializing or any of that shit. It's just sitting there circle. But yeah, no. Am I showing online? Yeah, I'm showing online. Okay. Oh, thank you, Tori. See if I can join. It's not doing anything. God damn. All right. Thank you everyone for coming. We'll try it. Yeah, let me just restart and try again. Thank you everyone though. I do appreciate, you guys coming by. It's unfortunate that I don't really, yeah. I saw the 14 people want, yeah, I got, yeah. But yeah, there'll be a part two just here in a minute. But yeah, take care. I'll see you just in a minute.
Right? W part one.
Thank you. Am I out there? Yeah,
I'll be back.
yeah.